There's going to come a moment when people start talking about you, twisting your name, projecting their insecurities, and throwing shade without reason. And when that moment comes, hear this. Don't flinch. Don't rush to clear your name. Don't jump into the ring. You don't need to prove anything, let them talk. Because in the end, their noise says more about them than it ever could about you. Some people are just loud because they're empty. They're aching to be noticed, craving to feel significant, desperate to feel powerful for even a second. And when they can't build their own light, they try to hijack yours. If they can't shine, they'll try to dim you. That's not a reflection of who you are, that's a cry from someone who's lost their way. It's strange how your success, your peace, your confidence, all of it can stir people the wrong way. Not because you're doing anything to them, but because you remind them of what they're not doing for themselves. And instead of facing that, they project, they gossip, they slander. But don't take the bait. Don't give away your power for the temporary satisfaction of clapping back. You see, real strength isn't in the loudest voice. It's in the one that can stay grounded in stillness. That's the quiet discipline of someone who knows their value. While they stir the pot, while they scream into the wind hoping for attention, your silence becomes a statement. It tells the world, I'm not shaken. I know exactly who I am. They want you to break. They want the spectacle, the dramatic reaction, the back and forth, the emotional unraveling they can gossip about. But what happens when you give them nothing? When your energy stays protected and your peace remains untouched? That's when the power shifts back to you, because silence, when rooted in confidence, is louder than any defense. They thought they'd see you spiral. Maybe they imagined you falling apart behind closed doors, losing sleep over what they said. And yes, it hurt. Of course it did. You're human. Being betrayed, misunderstood, mocked, it stings, especially when it comes from people you once trusted. But here you are, standing still, whole. They didn't break you. They revealed your resilience. You could have responded. You could have gone online and aired every truth. But you chose wisdom. You didn't jump in the mud just because someone else was rolling around in it. You chose stillness. And that, my friend, is power. It's strategy. It's maturity. It's the kind of strength that people can't fake and haters can't shake. Some people get attention by creating chaos. But you're not here for chaos, you're here for purpose, for progress, for legacy. You've come too far to stoop low now. You don't chase clout, you walk in clarity. And while they perform for an audience, you're building something that will outlast their noise. You've learned the hard way. Engaging in petty arguments rarely leads to resolution. It just drags you out of alignment. That's why you're careful now. You know the difference between a sacred conversation and a setup. You've seen how people bait you, hoping to provoke a reaction just so they can feel relevant. But you've outgrown that stage. And every time you've stayed silent, every time you've walked away with dignity, you've won. You've kept your energy sacred, and guess what? People feel that. Real ones notice it. Your energy speaks before you even open your mouth. And those who truly know you, they don't need an explanation. They've seen your light. They trust your integrity. Let's be honest. There are people who can't stand that you didn't fall. They can't stand that you didn't flinch. You became the reflection they couldn't avoid, the person who handled disgrace with grace. And when you stayed silent, they thought they won. But all they did was shine a light on their own desperation. You don't have to swing back when you're seated on a throne. When you're grounded in your purpose, you don't argue with shadows. You shine. Because your silence isn't weakness. It's a form of sacred strength. It's the power of someone who knows they don't have to attend every battle they're invited to. You were never built for performance. You were built for presence. You carry a stillness that commands respect without making noise. That's something most people don't understand, and that's okay. Not everyone will get it. But those who are meant to be in your circle will feel it without needing proof. So let them spiral, let them twist, let them try to write stories with your name in their mouths. Their energy will run out. Meanwhile, you're ascending, quietly, intentionally, unapologetically. You don't need to fight to be seen. You just need to be. Your light does the talking. You weren't meant to be tangled in online drama or public conflict. You weren't placed on this earth to argue with people who can't see your heart. Your mission is bigger. Your calling is higher. You're not in this to win debates. You're here to change atmospheres. Remember, the most powerful move isn't always the loudest. Sometimes it's the decision to stay still when everything in you wants to retaliate. It's the decision to trust that truth will outlast any lie, and peace is more valuable than being right. Let them try to build a platform off your silence. Let them attempt to twist the narrative. In time, people will see. The truth always finds its way through. And those who walked away from you based on hearsay, they were never yours to begin with. You're not here to explain yourself. You're here to live, to rise, to build. So don't spend another moment defending what time and energy will confirm. Stay the course, keep your head up, and trust what they meant to destroy you with will only make you stronger. And when the dust settles, when the gossip fades and the drama cools down, you'll still be standing, stronger, wiser, and even more aligned than before. Because the silence you chose, it didn't just protect your peace, it amplified your power. And now repeat this prayer with me. Dear God, I breathe deeply today, letting go of any tension caused by what others have said or done to me. I affirm that I do not need to defend my name. My presence speaks for itself. May I continue to walk in calm confidence, trusting that my truth will always rise above the noise. Lord, I release any anger, resentment, or frustration I may have carried from false accusations or misunderstandings. Let every word spoken against me fall harmlessly to the ground, unable to disrupt my peace. I ask for strength to remain silent when my spirit says, "Let it go." May my energy stay protected from those who seek to drain or provoke me. I trust that life has a way of revealing the truth without me needing to explain a thing. I honor the growth I've achieved by choosing stillness over chaos and dignity over retaliation. Today I walk forward in grace, holding my head high, knowing that what is meant for me cannot be stopped. Amen.